Welcome back to another video, and where to start with this one? This has been a bike that I've had for years, tucked away in the cupboard. I picked it up as a single speed. I recognised those iconic sort of wrap over seat stays, and I intended to restore it, but it's been a bit frustrating, and if you continue to watch the video, you'll see what happens with it. It gets a beautiful new paint job, but it's not quite as what it seems. So continue watching and you'll find out. I can't recall for sure, but I think this is actually the first appearance of the Sprite in the Raleigh range, and after this it became more of a town bike, upright bars, etc. But this was a racer, gas pipe steel though, but it came with some nice gear. Technically, I'm going a bit different here. I'm speccing it with some Benelux, which is found on the Blue Streak, but this should have actually had some Campy gear, the Campagnolo 5-speed, but this will be going for a 10-speed Benelux, which I've got all the gear for. It should look really nice. And this badge, I believe, is maybe 1 year only. Although it's super faded, it should have some beautiful colours on it, so I'm going to try and replace this. It's all different colours, like it's so nice, this badge. But yeah, this badge kind of dictates the state of the rest of the frame and why I'm going to respray it. I think maybe dictates there was the wrong word to use, but anyway, it does have patina in inverted commas, but it's, for me, not the right style. The paint is faded in various places, it has so many scratches, and this area here is actually a dent, so I'm going to try and sort that out, but it's going to get all media blasted, sandblasted, taken back to bare metal, and then resprayed in hopefully as close to, well, this is various shades of red, but hopefully as close to red as possible, the flamboyant red of original with a baby blue head tube, and it should look nice. The only thing I'm not really going to be able to replicate is this decal down the seat tube. It does have the vague remnants of the original decal, which should be, from what I've seen in catalogues, like it's just a racer on there, basically, an old school racer. But no one has that available, and the Sprite, especially this year, is actually quite a rare bike. I haven't seen another in this form pop up. So yeah, everything is ready to go. The frame, I just need to get it stripped, then I can get painting and reassemble it. I have all the parts ready to go. I even have the baby blue bar tape to go with it. So let's do it. Let's get going. Enjoy the restoration, and I, fingers crossed, hope it will turn out and be a beautiful 1960s Raleigh to be proud of. You can see the glitter coming off it. Shit. Hey Tov. Whew, what a sunny day it is today, and it's not even in focus. Oh, what a sunny day, what a hot day to build this now, or to get most of it built. The Sprite is, honestly, the paint is looking beautiful. Again, really happy with the 2K clear and how everything is come together, the Montana paint that I used. Yeah, really happy with it. It's now been probably set for about 2 weeks, and it's time to build it. So I'm going to get to it. But before I do that, if you want to know any of the specs of the bike, if you want to know where any of the, I say, new parts came from, there's not going to be many on this, then check out the links in the description. And forewarning, there is going to be some rusty chrome parts, which I know will upset some of you, but chroming is expensive and I can't afford that. So it is what it is. Try and enjoy the rest of the build, and I'll see you after. Hello, kid. You warm? Yeah, I know. Oh, that was easy. Why is it the last 25.4 clamp when it should be a 23.8? I messed up. The paint felt dry, but it wasn't fully cured. I clamped it up temporarily, and yeah, let's try and fix it. You're going to have to forgive the whole two angles I can get at the moment. It's raining outside. These are Raleigh 26 threads per inch cups. This just went in super smooth before, and now it's got it now. It's HCW11. Ow. So you got to remember, these old bottom brackets tend to have a longer side, which I think, if I remember rightly, goes on the drive side. I might have to correct this. So if that was to go on there, yeah, that's grand. Just a quick bottom bracket update. I had to take the drive side and the axle back out because I needed to sink the I took the non-drive side out. I needed to sink the drive side in more so I could fit the lock ring on the non-drive side. Yeah, that's the right way. So to stop that tool from slipping, because it is a pain in the ass, bolt my headset press through the whole thing, holds it on, and then I've beaten it in, and now it's sitting a lot better. That was an unnecessary nightmare for some reason. There's going to be questions about this press. So I found it on eBay. It was a custom. It was basically a rip-off or a copy of Bike Smith design. So you might be able to find one from there, but you'll have to be lucky to find one on eBay. This is so good. How do you set the stops? Oh, and another issue, don't know why I didn't check this. Front derailleur obviously comes down, or the front shifter always comes down the, not always, but you know, left side of the frame. So the cable stop is here. Then you're meant to have an outer cable which runs to the derailleur. The derailleur has nothing to catch that cable. So I can't use this derailleur. and it's funky chain action. Because I've got nowhere to... Great. I know what's coming next. You're going to say, these brakes that I've bought are not the right drop. I'm very certain it should just have something like the GB Sprite T91s. Oh god, they just have enough. Just. The rim isn't centered yet, by the way. What about the front? By the way, I spent hours polishing these. Cool, we do have enough for each. Now the saddle, according to this brochure page, should be a Lyset L15 Swallow. So we've got a Brook Swallow instead. Listen closely, you'll hear a rumbling inside that bottom bracket. I'm still not happy with it. But the main thing is here, we're back in the present day, and look, the wheel is not centered. I saw this. I thought the wheel was just misaligned, I hadn't dished it properly, but turns out things are a little bit worse. The wheel is clearly centered over the non-drive side, or close to the non-drive side. It also leans a little bit, so I think in 2-axis the frame is off. Now I've got a frame checker, so I put that on, and if you align everything to the drive side, then the non-drive side looks like it's too far out. If you then use the non-drive side as the datum point and then flip it over to the drive side, well, it looks like the drive side is too far in. The frame spacing, I also checked that, and currently at the moment it's about 113mm, which is way too narrow for this hub. I believe it should be 120mm at least. I don't think 125mm have come in yet, but 120mm, so there's 7mm difference there. So it looks like the frame is definitely bent to one side or not. I chucked on the dropout alignments, but they're not going to do anything. I need to find a way to try and straighten this frame out. And forgetting the frame for a second, I also went and bought myself a bunch of the early Campagnolo, the derailleur, the Matchbox style derailleur, which is the one that it should come with. So it has that little cable stop. I also bought the shifters, and I also bought the rear derailleur. I thought it should have a matching group. Now I found out the frame is bent. I should have checked it to start with. This would have made a really nice build. Really nice. Look at these components. It's honestly been a frustrating build, from originally finding out that I've ruined the paint, There is still a spot here from the old shifter which has crushed the paint. I don't know why it's not drying properly, but it doesn't seem to be hardening as much as it should. But the paint is fine. I've got that good now. The stem and the handlebars was a frustrating one as well. I had a 25.4mm, or I thought I had a 23.8. Turned out it was 25.4. So it's got alloy bars with a newer stem on, which is fairly similar to the original, which I'm going to try and show now. That wasn't too much of a problem. Easy solution in comparison to the bent frame. The bottom bracket I am still flummoxed with. You can hear the grinding a little bit inside it. It's clean. It's got fresh grease, fresh bearings. And yet the axle seemed to be too short, even though it was the original one. Spacing inside the shell isn't right. The lock ring isn't going to go on properly. So yeah, there's a few things to work out, and I need to work out what I'm going to do with it, because straightening that frame might damage the paint. You're going to have to stick around to see what happens to it. It's got a lot of potential in there. I really hope I can get it back to looking like a beautiful 60s racer that it is, even if it doesn't have a high quality tubing set. It does have some really nice components and a really nice finish to it. I was really impressed with the finish. I'm just why didn't I check the frame first? So yeah, that's it. The Sprite is on hold. Stick around for more, and hopefully I'll be able to straighten the frame out and show you that process.